Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome back, guys. We have another video tonight where we're going to be talking about FUT Fantasy Team 2 coming out tomorrow. Yeah, Team 2 is out tomorrow. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up. We actually are going to be doing one of the first kind of earlier times where EA actually added into the game code some leaks. So we're going to probably talk about a couple of those. I saw it on the FUT scoreboard tweet, and they actually tweeted for the first time outside of pack leaks, some player leaks, because they were added into the game code this time around. So if you don't want to see those, we'll talk about it in a minute. I respect you not wanting to see it. That's totally okay. I see it, and I think a lot of people saw it, so I was going to share it. Now, new packs have been added. The Pivot Foundations pack, 25 gold rare players. You get 187 or higher, and you get a Prime Icon lone player pick. Honestly, not too special. Boosted halftime rare players pack. Very interesting. So, a special version of the halftime rare players pack with the boosted chance of receiving players from the current campaign. Boosted chances can be seen in the pack odds, includes 16 items. So what I believe this means is that there's going to be a 50k pack that is released, and in this 50k pack, you will have a better chance. It says boosted, so I don't know if that just means like double. I don't really know what it means. Now, I think you have to go on FUT Draft here. Hold on one second. I'm trying to finesse this so I can get to the store here, but I'm not sure how to really do that, so I can't. But yeah, guys, I think, we used to have this thing in older FIFA. It was called Happy Hour. I'm going to look it up so I could show you guys. And it was, it basically was this thing where like EA would tweet out Happy Hour, and there would be 100k packs and like, I think it was double chance. So it used to be something that we used to have in FIFA where everybody would spend money on Happy Hour because EA would boost the pack odds like crazy. So I'm not sure if this is EA's attempt to bring this back. I really don't know. But yeah, it will be interesting to see Ultimate Halftime Rare Players Pack. So it would be only for the probably FUT Fantasy players, and I'm assuming we would get this in the next promo, and they would start to do this as a store pack throughout the next couple of promos. FUT Fantasy, FUT Birthday, all that stuff. Okay, so now going to talk about some of the heroes. So these are the heroes that we are getting tomorrow. Now, we've got Di Natale for Udinese. We've got Mario Gomez for Stuttgart. We've got JJ for Fenerbahce. Dirk for Feyenoord. We've got Marquez for the New York Red Bulls. Very interesting. So we've got an MLS. We've got an MLS club for Marquez. And now the heroes, basically, the way that they upgrade, if you guys do not remember, we can go and look at Ginola in concepts here. So the way that these heroes upgrade, I love the graphic EA have put in here. So tells you the club, and then obviously if they avoid defeat in the next 6, they get an upgrade and 3 traits, and if they win 1 in the next 6, they get 1 upgrade. So with some of these teams, I mean, for me, Real Madrid with Morientes, that's a really nice one. Morientes should also be really good. Manchester United, it's possible. Marseille, it's possible. It just depends on these clubs and how their form is with that second upgrade. For the heroes, it's going to be tough for them to get that second upgrade. Aloeiron, it's interesting. Like, I think something really interesting that EA could do, and you might all hate me for this, is potentially giving Aloeiron 100 pace. Like, I know that they won't, but as like a hype thing for this game, if he actually had 100 pace, it'd be the first ever player with 100 pace. Like, that would just be crazy. But I don't think they can even do that because I think they obviously have it maxed out at 99, so I don't even think they have it coded to where you could do that. Papin, not too good. Park Ji-sung should be amazing. Morientes should be pretty jammy. Dirk will be amazing. I think JJ will be better. Di Natale should be unbelievable. So, love what they're doing with the heroes. These are the heroes that will be coming out tomorrow. And there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more, right? 3, 6, 10. So what's really interesting to me is if you go on FUTBIN. By the way, they've got the new update. And I'm gonna have to learn how to use this update because obviously it is way different. Latest SBCs. How do I even see the promo team? All right. Well, we're gonna have to figure this out because I don't even know how to see the promo team. Am I blind? More. FUT squads. Here we go. We'll just go with this. So FUT Fantasy Heroes, obviously, right? This team only has 8 on the market. So I'm assuming that we're going to get 2 of these as SBC, or 1 of them at least. So we should have another SBC. Hopefully EA go crazy, make it one of the better ones. And yeah, guys, the whole FUT Fantasy team, I mean, a large reason why I wanted to record this video tonight was because we have a huge market drop this afternoon. Like, all these FUT Fantasy Heroes are down. I think there's a lot of hype for tomorrow. And just generally, though, I did want to say, I don't really know who's leaked in Team 2, and I know that everybody in my stream today said it really wasn't that much better. You know, Llorente is nice. Saliba is really good. And, you know, there's a couple players in here that are okay, right? Like Fabian's good for links, but it's like really a downgrade, you know, from last year's FUT Fantasy. And I know the argument is that, okay, it's 2 weeks earlier, but we've got so many discard players. And when like I was just looking back at like FIFA 22 before I recorded this video, I was like, let me check out the FUT Fantasy players from last year. I mean, it's like it's levels, right? Marcus Rashford 95 with the upgrades, right? Now obviously the upgrades are the factor, but I think for me, like, it's always this argument where people get tired of Dembele, St. Max, Rashford, even, you know, Coutinho, Lucas Moura gets a promo card all the time. You know, I know people get tired of the same players getting the cards, right? I understand that, and I hear that. I do hear that, right? At all. But I think EA just needs to, like, really have a reflection here and say, okay, well, if we give players like Ben Rama's really not ever had a promo card. Isak has maybe had a couple. Trimmel, no. Fernando, not really. Miller, not really, right? Angelino, no. I think EA really just need to make these cards better, right? Like, make these cards crazy. This is what I always talk about. If you're going to choose players that are not as common as the FIFA players, the meta players that always get released, all right, that's fine, but they've got to make them all crazy, right? Whether it's like a weak foot, whether, you know, one of my favorite things that EA did this year was during Winter Wildcards, where they gave De Bruyne 99 physical. It's kept his price and his value and unique ability high all year because he has 99 physical. Like, that's just something that's crazy. Like, no De Bruyne card, even the Team of the Year has 86. Why not do that more? I don't know. But I think it's totally something they could do, and I'm just always disappointed that they don't go ahead and do that. So we've got two more things that we're going to talk about in the end of this video. The first thing I want to talk about, obviously, some of the road to the finals. So United win. Miranda's down to 47. Martial, same price, right? And obviously the reason why Martial is the same price, guys, is because United was expected to win, right? And so when somebody's expected to win, there's not going to be much reaction on the market. Diaby, if you did the SBC, nice. I know they were up 1-0. I don't know if they won. I will check. I don't want to waste your time. Let's see if Footman has a... Do they have a tracker here? They probably do have a tracker. I've got to figure out how to use this whole website now because it's just been entirely redone. I do like it, but yeah, I've got to sort it out. I've got to do Umtiti as well. Very, very, very. Umtiti is an amazing center back. He's very good. And other than that, not too much action on the road to the finals. So really, the one thing that is interesting is that Nuno rebounded about 35K from yesterday. All the way, actually way more, 50K. He was 270 at his final sell-off, went up to 300 and is now 325. I think he's going to keep going up, right? The PSG links, Ramos, Mbappe, you got to understand everybody has these cards. Yeah, it's not surprising to see. So one of the last things I would love to discuss is, you know, maybe some investments, because we had talked about them yesterday. And, you know, maybe making some investments going forward. We had the 384 fives today. I know a lot of people are saving those for FUT birthday. I actually have some rewards from last week that I didn't even sell. I picked up 2 Lorientes for 22K. But other than that, I really haven't invested yet. With the current prices of the FUT Fantasy Heroes, you know, Crouch is down quite a bit at 240. Ricken is down at 80. I'm still really not interested in a ton of these cards. I think King is interesting at 400 because I feel like he could get rare and his links are really good. But still, 400K for a center back, and I think there's just a lot of comparisons for that price. So again, even with the prices today on these cards, I'm still going to pass on those. But when we take a look at some of the FUT Fantasy cards, Isak has been holding price at 270 really nice. Same with Ben Rama. So those to me are interesting. Skriniar too. I mean, we have to understand that all these cards are going to get hype when we get to March 17th. It's just going to happen. And I think all of these cards are pretty low today because we did have that usual Thursday supply. Fernando's really holding price. So I really don't think you can go wrong with this promo team with some of the lower and cheaper cards. I think a lot of it is going to be upgrade hype, and I think links also really help. So, like, you know, it was really interesting today that I was looking at on stream is, like, actually how crazy Angelino's card is. I just feel like links are going to be a problem, but his card is mental. He's got 86 defensive awareness. My face cam is in the way. 86 defensive awareness for a left back is incredible before upgrades. Like, with some upgrades, this card could be out of this world. So there is a world where I could see him going up in price a little bit. If you are a long-term investor, you know, 28K for this card seems really, really, really crazy. It does look like a great price. So I'm going to actually try to pick one up here for 28. I like that price a lot. Obviously, we just saw a couple on the market at 28, and we'll see if I am a boomer, and I don't have sniping skills anymore, although none are appearing, so maybe we got to go a little bit higher here. That's been on the market, so obviously that's not a snipe. But 28,750 seems really, really low for him. He's been really stable at 31. So, you know, he went all the way up to 31. I'm looking at him on flipping. So I'm just going to club stock. And as you saw, like I bought Loriente for 22 and he's actually down at 20. So what I may do is I may play this really long term. I might invest a couple $100,000 in just a couple of these FUT fantasy cards and just kind of ride it out for a couple weeks, because I did do that with a couple of cards in the last few weeks and I made a lot of profit. Where these live cards always rise, and I just feel like it's free money, right? I know that these upgrades do not start till March 17th, but guys, March 17th is in 7 or 8 days, right? And that's approaching, right? So, you know, once we hit that date, you know, it's possible that those upgrades can just happen right away. And that's where, you know, for me, even seeing like Nuno really rebound, I feel like there's a chance that Fabian could even rebound, right? And go even higher. Like, I feel like Fabian has the potential to go all the way up to like 350. And I think in the hype, there's going to be a lot of hype for Fabian. So even at 315K, it's interesting for me, even though I know he is a lot. Let's take a look at Loriente, because obviously we know he's French, and you know, he could play striker as well. I guess the one downside I would say about some of these lower rated cards is just the supply they're going to have. I mean, I just don't love the fact that, you know, you've got an 85 rated and you've got so many on the market. But yeah, 20K is like super, super crazy in my opinion. 20K is so low. Some of these are going to be really, really, really like low risk, I feel like, for the potential. And I think we're going to start to see, you know, as we head into some of their matches, that they actually just start going up in the hype, kind of like the road to the finals. So that's really what I'm interested in, and, you know, kind of looking at. I may do some investing because I think it's possible to make some coins. You know, at the prices of 19.5, you know, he was like, I think he was like 22, and I think the upgrade hype will really set into some of these cards. So we'll see, you know, we'll see, time will tell. Tomorrow we also, guys, just so you know, anybody who's wanting to invest in fodder, tomorrow the 84.5 will not refresh, but what will refresh, guys, is the hero player pick. So if you've completed that, that will be out again tomorrow. I believe. Actually, it says expires in 2 days. Maybe it's not. I swear I thought it was repeatable tomorrow. I think it is. I think then it will just expire on Sunday. Could be wrong. And then I guess one last thing is we did get an SBC today. You know, we could also do that 55K pack, although I do have a dupe 88, so I've got to use him, and I'll probably start rinsing some fodder into him. Titty, he's only an 88. He's only an 85 squad, I believe, right, for the top one. So we'll see what content's released tomorrow, and then we'll potentially do him. I like that SBC for sure. We got MLS right back today. I think for an 83 squad, it's one of those cards that, you know, if he does get the max upgrades as a 90, he could be insane. But again, probably not, you know, the most linkable. That's for sure. And then what was I going to say though? I was going to say one more thing here. Oh yeah. Just last thing is make sure you do that 55K pack. I've been saying it in my videos if you haven't already. And then hopefully tomorrow we also get a FUT Fantasy Cup. That is what everybody's kind of hoping for. Hopefully tomorrow is the FUT Fantasy Cup. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and we need to get this done as well. So I've got to get Guri done tomorrow. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Just want to do a little bit of a quick catch up with everybody who's been watching the videos, and I love you. And we also had a video today earlier where we did 84 fives, guys. So if you want to check those out, you guys can check that out. We had a video today where we did like 100 of them. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.